Hi everyone. Oh, it's 2 seconds here. Let's see. Hi everyone, and welcome to this guided meditation with me, Espen Haugen. On a reading from this book, The Money and the Law of Attraction: Learning to Attract Wealth, Health, and Happiness. Esther and Jerry Hicks, The Teaching of Abraham, and also we're gonna read from the Abraham's cards from Esther and Jerry as well. So it's so nice to come together for co-create and to expand and to feel our own alignment. So good. Have a beautiful day, Jen. So nice to be here now and enjoy all of this. What a wonderful expansion time to come together for co-create and with ourselves and co-create with each other and to really feel our alignment, who we really are. It's the best time ever. So good. So just gonna read the sign. Yes. So let's continue. Last time we ended a little bit before. There was some uh, funny things happening with the Facebook. So it was, but it's all good. It's all well. So I can just see go a little bit back. I can go back to the page 45 and read from there, and then we just move on. So that's so good. So yeah, let's relax and allow and tune in to who we are and then just listen to those words. It's always aligning and feeling good. So yes, my universe responds to my attention too. Most people believe or want to believe that everything in the universe responds to their words in the same way the other people around them can sometimes be trained to behave. When you tell someone, yes, come to me, you expect them to come. When you say, no, go away from me, you expect them to go. But you live in an attraction-based universe, an inclusion-based universe, which simply means there is no such things as no. When you give your attention to something wanted and you say, yes, come to me, you include it in your vibration. And the law of attraction begins the process of bringing it. But when you look at something unwanted and you say, no, I do not want you, go away, the universe brings that also. Your attention to it, and therefore your vibrational alignment with it, is what is causing the response, not your words. And so, as you say, perfect health, I seek you. I want you, I bask in the idea of perfect health. Is a perfect health, and so as you say, perfect health, I seek you. I want you. I bask in the idea of perfect health. You're attracting health. But as you say, sickness, I do not want you. You're attracting sickness. As you say, no, no, no. It is coming closer, closer, closer. Because the more you struggle against something that you do not want, the more engulfed in it you become. People often believe that once they find their perfect mate, or achieve the perfect body weight, or accumulate enough money, then once and for all, they will also find the happiness that they seek. But nowhere is there a little corner of something where only positive aspect exists. The perfect balance of the universe says that positive and negative, wanted and unwanted, exist in all particles in the universe. When you, as the creator, the chooser, the definer, the decider, look for the positive aspects, that becomes what you live in all aspects of your life. You do not have to wait around for that perfect thing to show itself to you so that you can then have a positive response to it. Instead, you positively train your thoughts and vibration, and then you become the attractor of it or the creator of it. We would encourage you to begin each day with the statement: today, no matter where I go, no matter what I am doing, and no matter who I am doing it with, it is my dominant intent to look for what I am wanting to see. Remember, when you awaken in the morning, you are reborn. While you have slumbered, all attraction has stopped. That sequestering away for a few hours of sleep, where your consciousness is no longer attracting, gives you a refreshing new beginning. And so, unless you wake up in the morning and begin regurgitating, what was that word again? Regurgitating, 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 something like that. I had to learn that word. It's so funny, but it's like, what was that meaning of that again? It's like you're thinking the same thoughts over and over again. So that's the meaning of that word. You know, so it's good. What troubled you in the day before, it will not trouble you in your new day, in your new birth, in your new beginning. Anyway, so funny. So let's see who's here before I'm continued reading. Happy beautiful day, Jen, and we have Shanetta, and happy day, Scott, and Rosemary, and Becky. So many people. That's who I can see right now. So probably there is more, but it's all good. Have a beautiful day to all of you. So good. What a nice, beautiful day that it is today. And every day is so nice, and every day is so refreshing. And it's like when you sleep in the night and you wake up in the morning, it's like being reborn, because everything is, when the attraction stops and there's just, you go to sleep, there's nothing happening in that moment, and when you wake up you feel new and refreshed. It's like new and refreshed. It's like being born again, because everything looks different again. It's not every day is the same. Everything changing and moving forward, and it feels good to be in the allowingness of it, and be in the art of allowing for more to come in our feel good now, and better and better and better as we are moving forward in the newness of all of this that is always new and refreshed every moment. So good. You have a beautiful day too, Rosemary. So let's continue. This is fun. Decisions to feel good attract good feelings. A woman said to us, I recently found out that I'm going to be attending 3 or 4 holiday parties. And as soon as I heard that, I started thinking, oh, Mary is going to be there, and she's going to be gorgeous. I started immediately comparing myself to other people. I like to stop doing that and feel good about me and just enjoy the parties, no matter who's there. Could you help me apply the process of pivoting and positive aspects regarding my self-consciousness? I really don't even want to attend these parties. We explain, Abraham. While your feeling of self-consciousness is amplified as you consider your attendance of these parties, neither the party nor Mary is the reason for your discomfort. It often seems complicated to sort out your relationships with other people, even tracing the beginning of these feelings back into your childhood. But there is no value in doing that. You have the ability, from right where you stand, to find positive aspects or negative aspects, to think of the wanted or unwanted. And whether you begin the process right now or several days before you attend your first party, or whether you wait until you are at the party, the work is the same. Look for things that feels good when you focus upon them, because you have more control over what is activated in your own mind. It is usually much easier to find the positive aspects of a situation before you are standing right in the middle of it. If you do imagine the situation as you want it to be, and you do practice your positive response to the upcoming situation, then when you are at the party, you will witness the control that you set into motion days before. You cannot feel good and bad at the same time. You cannot focus upon wanted and unwanted at the same time. If you have trained your thoughts to what you consider to be good or wanted before, you arrive at the party. The law of attraction will deliver to you things that feel good and are wanted. It really is as simple as that. If you want to feel different at these upcoming parties, then you have felt at parties in previous years. You must begin telling a different story. The story you have been telling goes something like this. I'm only invited to these parties because of my relationship with my mate. It really isn't important to anyone that I be there. I'm not really a part of this work environment, and I don't really understand most of the things that they're interested in. I'm an outsider. Mary doesn't feel like an outsider like I do. Her confidence is obvious in the way she dressed and carried herself. I always feel less attractive, less smart, less everything when I am near Mary. I hate feeling like this. I wish I didn't have to go. I wish I didn't have to go. Here is an example of an attempt of a better feeling story. My mate is well respected at his firm. It's nice that his company occasionally provides an opportunity for people who work there to include their spouse and to get to know one another. No one there expects me to be up to speed with the inner workings of that environment. In fact, there will be a party where they will probably enjoy there will I said of that. In fact, this will be a party where they will probably enjoy thinking about other things than their work. Life is much larger than what happens at my husband's office. And since I'm never there, I may wear I may very well appear to be a breath of fresh air to many of them because I'm not bogged down in the things they're troubled about. Mary seems light and friendly. She's clearly not bogged down in office politics or problems. It's fun to watch her. She's interesting. I wonder where she buys her clothing. They are very pretty things she wears. They're very pretty things she wears. You see, it is not necessary that you sort out every insecurity that you have ever felt and use this office party as a means to solve it. Just find something positive to focus upon and feel the benefit of having done so. And in time, Mary will be non-issue, or maybe a friend. But in any case, it is your decision to make. It is your decision to make, and your vibrational practice to make it so. So wonderful. So wonderful. And more to come. How can I not feel their pain? Our friend Jerry asked of us, it seems to me that the majority of my discomfort is felt because I'm observing others who are in pain. How could I use the pivoting process to not feel pain about their pain? We explain, whatever the subject of your attention, it contains things you want to see as well as things you do not want to see. The pain you're feeling is not because the person you are observing is in pain. Your pain is because you have chosen to look at an aspect of them that causes you to feel pain. There is a big difference. Of course, if this person were not feeling pain but were instead joyful, it would be easier for you to feel joyful. But you must not rely on conditions changing in order to control the way you feel. You must improve your ability to focus positively regardless of the condition. And to do that, it helps to remember that every subject has wanted and unwanted within it, and that, if you are deliberate, you can find something that feels better. Of course, it is easier just to observe something that is right before your eyes than it is to deliberately sift for things that you would prefer to see. However, when it really matters to you that you feel good, You will be less willing to merely, lazily, or sloppily observe, for your desire to feel good will inspire a greater willingness to look for positive aspects. Also, the more often you look, the more often you do look for good feeling things to focus upon, the more of those kinds of good feeling things the law of attraction will bring to you, until in time you will be so positively oriented that you simply will not notice the things that don't match your positive orientation. A mother once said to us, in response to our advising her to ignore her son's problems, "But won't he feel like I abandoned him? Shouldn't I be there for him?" We explained to her that there is no abandonment in focusing upon the positive aspects of her son's life, and there is powerful value in abandoning any thoughts that you do not feel good when you think them. We say, you never help anyone by being their sounding board for problems or complaints. By holding an image of improvement in your son's life, you help him move toward that. Be there for him and call him there to a better feeling place. Happy beautiful day, Tinaka. When it is your deliberate intention to feel good and you really care about how you feel, you will find more and more thoughts about more and more subjects that do feel good. And then you will be better prepared to interface with others who could be feeling good or bad. Because of your desire to feel good, you will have prepared your experience with others with whom you will be interacting, and then it will be much easier for you to focus positively about their situation no matter what sort of mess they are in. But if you have not been tending to your own vibration, and you have not been consistently holding yourself in good feeling thoughts and vibrations, then you may be swept into their situation, and then you may very well feel discomfort. We just want to emphasize that you are not feeling their pain caused by their situation, but instead, you're feeling your own pain brought about your own thinking. There is great control in that knowledge, and in fact, true freedom. When you discover that you can control the way you feel because you can control the thoughts you think, then you are free to joyously move about your planet. But when you believe that the way you feel is dependent upon the behavior or situation of others, and you also understand that you have no control over those behaviors or situation, you do not feel free. That, in fact, was the pain you were describing. My sympathy is of no value to anyone. Jerry said to us, so when I take my attention off to those who are in trouble, I'll feel good. But still, that doesn't help them feel better. In other words, I haven't solved the problem. I'm just avoiding the problem. We, we replied, Abraham, if you do not focus upon their problem, you can continue to feel good, but they will still have the problem. That is true at first. But if you do focus upon their problem, you feel bad. They continue to feel bad, and they will still have the problem. And if you continue to focus on their problem, you will have the problem too in time. However, if you do not focus upon their problem, but instead try to imagine their solution or a positive outcome, you feel good. And there is then the possibility of your influencing them to more positive thoughts and outcomes. In simple terms, you are never of value to another, and you never offer a solution when you are feeling negative emotion, because the presence of negative emotion within you means you are focused upon the lack of what is wanted, rather rather than what is wanted. So if someone is having a bad experience and they become into your awareness with a powerful wind of negativity wrapped around them, if you have not already deliberately achieved your alignment with feeling good, you may by You may be swept into their negativity. You may become part of their chain of pain. And you may very well pass your discomfort on to another, who will then pass it on to another, and so on. But if you have been deliberately setting the tone of your day by putting your head on your pillow each night and saying, "Tonight, as I sleep, all attraction will stop," which means tomorrow I will have a new beginning, and tomorrow I will look for what I am wanting to see because I want to feel good. Because feeling good is the most important thing. As you awaken in the morning, you will be upon a fresh path bringing to negativity from the day before. We say, as you awaken in the morning, you will be upon a fresh path bringing no negativity from the day before. And then, as you walk into a room and you see someone with pain coming toward you, as this person comes with his or her pain, you do not become part of it, but instead you provide a better example of happiness. For that which you feel is that which you radiate. Now, it is not likely that just because you remain happy, others will immediately join you in your happiness. In fact, when there is a great disparity between the way you are feeling and the way others are feeling, you will have a difficult time relating to one another. But in time, if you maintain your positive vibrational stance, they will either join you in your positive place or they will vibrate right out of your experience. The only way unhappy people can stay in your experience is by your continuing attention to them. If you and two other people were talking along a mountain ledge and you were not watching where you were going and stumbled and fell over the edge and were hanging by a very flimsy vine, and one of your friends was very strong and sure-footed, and the other was very clumsy and not focused, which one would you be glad was there? Looking for the positive aspect is the way you find your sure footing. It is who you are from an inner perspective, and as you consistently align with increasingly better feeling thoughts, the powerful resources of the universe become available to you. To sympathize with others means to focus upon their situation until you feel as they feel. And since everyone has the potential of feeling wonderful or feeling awful, of succeeding at their desires or of failing at their desires, you have options about which aspects of them you sympathize with. We encourage you to sympathize with the best feeling aspects of others that you can find, and in doing so, you may influence them to an improved condition also. That is so powerful. So good. Oh, good coffee. I'm just going to have a little more coffee in my cup. This is so good. I got this coffee cup from my cousin. It says world's best brother. I love that. That is so good. So nice and so kind. She's so wonderful. My cousin. I love her. I love every one of you also. Everyone who's listening here, everyone who's here. And it is so good to just flow with the energy of all of this. Isn't that nice to be in alignment and feeling your own alignment? Then you will be the best influence to others. The best influence to others is to be in your own alignment, getting out of the head of influence others as well. Not to try to make it happen, not to try to fix anybody, to come into your own alignment. And then when you feel in your own alignment, it is easy to see the best in others, isn't it? When you're feeling so good, isn't it easy to see things that surrounds you that looks fine, it looks amazing? When you're feeling good from within, everything looks different from outside of yourself. Then when you're having a conversation with others, you sympathize them in the feel good aspect, in the influencing in the way that you see the best in them with other people. And now it's the most perfect time to do that as well. When you meet, catch up with people, look from the best, but feel your own alignment. But then you will be lined up with that. You will align up with that energy to look at the best in others. You don't try to make it happen. You're lining up with yourself first, feeling your own alignment, and then the influence of that, it's amazing. That's what Abraham talked about. When there can be one positive person who come into a room, there can be one aligned person come into a room, and there's 100 negative people there, and the one person who are aligned can influence all of these 100 people to be aligned, because the influence of the alignment is so strong, and it's so natural. It's who we really are. And when we ourselves are finding our alignment, and when we ourselves are practicing our own vibration to feel our own alignment more and more, then we get out of the head of this, what we need to do or have. We just feeling good unconditionally. And then we are influencing and helping all of that things that surrounds us. Everything that's connecting us will be influenced by our pure law source energy of who we are, because that's how we are feeling. That's our alignment. That's our, you say, dominant vibrational alignment we feel more and more every day. And isn't that so nice? It's so nice to know that I have nothing I need to do. There is nothing I need to have or do or fix about or do anything about. It's just to breathe. Feeling my own alignment, lining myself up with who I really am. Make a decision that whatever was happening, whatever, every day we make a decision to, like, an intent that no matter what, no matter where I am, no matter what I'm going to do, it's my intent to look at things that feels good to me. And as you do, and as you line up with that energy, and then you make the decision, and you line up with that, and you moving in toward that energy and feeling it, then so it will be. So it will be. And it will be experienced. And every experience and every moment will be of joy and fun and expansion and satisfaction, and feel good now, and better and better and better in this feeling. And better it feels, better it gets. And easier it gets as well. Because it's easy from the alignment always. It's easy and allowing and flowing forward toward more and more and more. In human consciousness, we call it patterns. In who we truly are, we call it the nature of who we are, and the nature of why we are here, doing all of this thing we do and having all of this thing we have. It's our beingness. It's the nature of coming to our alignment of who we really are, and then we line up with all that who we really are, with all our desires, with all the things we wanted, and then those things will be unfold more and more. We will be experienced more and more and more. So good. So happy, beautiful day, Exona. So many people there. So good. So let's read a little more before we start with this card reading. Isn't that so fun? So it's so nice. We're so free. We're so free who we are, always. So free. It's all about our own alignment. So much. So to not hurt when they feel hurt. To not hurt when they feel hurt. A man once asked, how do you end a relationship without being hurt by the other person being hurt? If you decide that it's time to move on and the other person is not ready to move on, so he or she is very distraught, how can you keep your balance in a situation like that? Distraught. Yeah. So we replied, when you attempt to guide your behavior by paying attention to how someone else feels about your behavior, you're powerless, because you cannot control his or her perspective, and therefore You cannot achieve any consistent improvement in your own vibrational point of attraction or how you feel. If you have decided to take the action of leaving a relationship before you have done the vibrational work of focusing upon what you want and why you want it, any action that you take, any action that you take can only bring you more of the same discomfort that you have been experiencing. And even once the relationship has ended and you are alone or beginning another relationship with another person, those old lingering negative vibrations will not allow a pleasant unfolding. Simply put, simply put, it is so much better to find your vibrational balance before you take the action of separation, or you may experience a rather long time of discomfort. Let us examine the components of this situation and bring some clarity to your options. You have come to the conclusion as a result of being unhappy in this relationship for a while that it would be better to end it. In other words, you do believe that your chance of happiness is greater outside of the relationship than inside it. But when you announce that to your partner becomes even more unhappy. And now, because your partner is more unhappy, you are more unhappy. One option is to say, never mind, don't be unhappy. I changed my mind. I'll stay. But all that has happened is that you were both feeling unhappy. You made a decision to leave, which made your partner even more unhappy. And now you have pulled back from the decision. So your partner is now not quite as unhappy as before, but still neither of you are happy. So nothing has changed, except that things got a bit more intense for a while. But basically, you are still unsatisfied and unhappy in this relationship. Another option is to just leave. You could focus upon all of the things that have caused you to feel uncomfortable in the relationships and use those things as your justification for leaving. And while that negative focus upon negative things will give you the conviction to take the action of leaving, you will not really feel that much better. While you may feel some relief from the intensity of your unhappiness once you are on the outset of the relationship, you will continue to feel a need to justify your action of leaving, which will continue to hold you in an unpleasant state. So even though you have walked away from the things that were really bothering you, you will still feel bothered. Really, there is nothing that you can do to prevent others from feeling bad, because they do not feel bad because of your behavior. There is no greater entrapment in relationship or in life than to attempt to keep others happy by observing their emotions and then trying to compensate with your actions. The only way you can be happy is to decide to be happy. When you take upon yourself the responsibility of another's happiness, you are attempting the impossible and you are setting yourself up for a great deal of personal discord. So now, let us consider the options of pivoting and positive aspects. Stay where you are for now, making no big change in your action or behavior. In other words, if you are living together, continue to do so. If you are spending time together, continue to do so. This option is a change in your thought process, not your action process. These processes are designed to help you to focus differently and to begin telling the story of your relationship or of your life in a better, feeling, more self empowering way. For example, I've been thinking about leaving this relationship because I find that I'm not happy within it. But as I think about leaving, I realize that when I go, I take myself with me. And if I leave because I'm unhappy, I'll be taking that unhappy person with me. The reason that I want to leave is because I want to feel good. I wonder if it's possible to feel good without leaving. I wonder if there is anything about our relationship that I could focus upon that does feel good. I remember meeting this person and how that I felt. I remember meeting this person and how that felt. I remember feeling drawn by this person and eager to move forward to see what more we might discover together. I like the feeling of discovery. I like our relationship as it began. I think that the more time we spend together, the more we both realize that we were not really a perfect match. I don't believe that there is any failure or on either of our parts in that. Not being a perfect match doesn't mean that either of us is wrong. It only means that there are potentially better partners out there for each of us. There are so many things about this person that I like and that anyone would easily appreciate. So smart and interested in so many things, laughs easily and loves to have fun. I'm glad that we come together, and I believe our time together will prove to be of value to both of us. So, our answer to your important question is this: you cannot control the pain that any other feels by modifying your behavior. You can, however, control your own pain by directing your thoughts and until your pain subsides and is replaced by improved feelings. As you give your attention to what you are wanting, you will always begin to feel good. As you give your attention to the lack of what you are wanting, you will always feel bad. And if you give your attention to the lack of what someone else is wanting, you will feel bad also. You are so action oriented as physical beings that you really think that you have to fix everything right now. Your partner did not get to this place all of a sudden. Your partner did not even get there only during your relationship. This has been a long path. Momentum has been gathering along the way. And so, do not expect that a conversation that you two are having in this moment is going to make all of the difference. See yourself as one who is planting a seed, a very strong, sure, powerful seed. You have planted it perfectly, and you have nurtured it for a time with your words, so that long after you are gone, that seed will continue to blossom into that which it is to be. There are many relationships that are not appropriate for you to continue, but we would never walk out of a relationship feeling angry, guilty, or defensive. Do the vibrational work, get to feeling good, and then leave. And then what comes next will not be a replay of what you just left. So good. And that's the thing, because many when people are that's the thing when they talk about when they're ending the relationship and they're finding a new one, then they get the same relationship, the same thing happening over and over again, because it's a vibrational match to all of this. But if you leave every relationship or you leave something, be not so action oriented about when you're feeling bad and then you have to leave, but more in the process of feeling good through it and then leave, and you're feeling good when you leave. Then we talk about this newness, this refreshment. Every moment is new and refreshed. Then it's allowed for you to feel the newness of it, because always when you feel good, always when you are aligned with who you are, it's new and refreshed, and it's becoming more of that. And it's so nice, it is so fun to realize it and to observe it and to feel it and to know it, that every single moment is new and refreshed. And as you allow it to be, and leave every moment and leave every past with no thinking about it, too much feeling about it, too much trying to fix anything about it, but allowing it every moment to be, allowing this newness of this now to be, allowing yourself to feel this moment and look at those things in new perspective, in a new ways, and you're feeling the improvement in your feelings. then everything changed. And the next thing that will be happening from that experience, from what you've been leaving from a relationship, for an example, the new thing that will come will be much more brighter and much more in tuning with your feeling of your own alignment. Isn't that so nice? Like attract like, the law of attraction, like it unto itself is drawn when you are thinking and feeling about something. And more you're thinking and feeling about it, and more you're telling your story like you want it to be, and you feel it, then it will be so. It will be experienced so. We are so free. And this is so good. That knowing that, yes, I am the creator of my own life experience. Yes, I am that thinking and feeling my own thoughts. Yes, I am creating my own world. I am letting it happen. Yes, I am the allower of all of this, what's going on, to just letting it happen, letting it be. When I'm letting it happen, what's happening then? When I'm letting it happen, I'm allowing my feel good now to expand and to become more and more and more. When I'm letting it happen, what happened? I'm allowing myself to feel the best feeling thoughts. When I'm letting it happen, what happened? I'm allowing myself to become more of what I want to be, do, and have. What happening when I'm letting it happen? When I'm letting it happen, I'm allow everyone to be who they want to be, do, and have. Allowing them to speak words and whatever. I'm allowing myself unconditional to feel unconditional, whatever condition happening and outside of myself. I'm allowing myself to feel the alignment, any through anything, what's been bringing up conditionally, whatever what's come. But I will allow myself to feel my own alignment through everyone, every person I meet. I will see them from who they really are, not the words they're speaking, but really from who they really are, behind the words, behind the energy of all of this, behind that physical body. I will see who they really are. I will see everything from who they really are, from what everything really is. And more I feel it, and more I align up with that, more it becomes, and more it expands. And I know that when I'm aligned, what's happening? When I'm letting happen, what's happening? When I'm letting myself to be, my ideas comes, my inspiration comes, my everything just come to me easily, gentle. It come with an ease. It come easy and gentle and general. It comes into my experience, my inspiration, my ideas, new things happening every moment. Then everything I can feel that newness and refreshment in everything that I'm physically senses with unconditional through the physical senses. When I feel my alignment and then sense, then I can see what it all of what it really is behind every word, because words don't teach, life experience does. It's our newness in this beautiful now moment that is always new and refreshed, that it leads up to more and more and more. So that's so free. So happy beautiful day, Donna. Now we have 50 minutes, so I'm gonna be very quick and fast with this reading. Health and the law of attraction cards. This is gonna be fun. Dear friends, every part of your life is experienced through the perspective of your physical body. And when you feel good, everything you see looks better. And so, there are few things of greater value than the achievement of health and physical well-being. Not only does a good feeling body promote a positive thoughts, but also positive thoughts promote a good feeling body. It is our expectation that as you ponder these cards, a new point of attraction will be activated within you that eventually can lead to a wonderful mood or attitude, where if you are able to find feelings of relief even when your body is hurting or sick, you will find physical improvement because your thoughts create your reality. Allah, Esther and Jerry. This is good. And this is the card. The law of attraction is responding to the ideas I imagine. The reason the reason more things do not change more quickly is because most people are giving their attention predominantly to what is. In order to effect change, you must look beyond what is. It slows you down tremendously if you need to see evidence of something before you can believe it. But when you understand that the law of attraction will respond to your imagined idea as quickly as to an absurd idea, then you can move quickly into new creations without having to wait for someone to accomplish it first. Perfect message in this time. Right now, that's true. So good. Ask and it is given. We like to being effective. So nice. Dear friends, these beautiful cards capture the essence of the life-changing best-selling book Ask and it is given. You will experience an enhancing of your personal power, which may, at first, seem illogical or even magical, as the energy stream from which these cards have come dovetails with the true essence of your own being. As you return for frequent visits to these beautiful cards, you will begin to notice a definite closing of the gap between where you are and where you want to be on all subjects that are important to you. Have fun with this. Our love, Esther and Jerry Hicks. Oh, that's the card. Immediately it brings up. Very nice. Happy beautiful day, Dorina. This is so nice. So this is the cards from Ask and It Is Given. I will reach for the best feeling thoughts I have access to. I will reach for the best feeling thought I have access to. Always be reaching for the feeling of relief that comes when you release a more resistant thought and replace it with a more allowing, better feeling thought. The stream of well-being is always flowing through you, and the more you allow it, the better you feel. The more you resist it, the worse you feel. True. So, great message. Many of those things we've been speaking today, this come up perfectly matching up with what we've been sharing. We've been sharing from Abraham. So good. This is the law of attraction cards. So good. Moving forward. Dear friends, although you've always been surrounded by the evidence of the law of attraction, a conscious awareness of this powerful law will be activated within you as you experience these beautiful cards, and your deliberate control of your experience will dramatically enhance. We know that you're meant to live a joyful life, and we also know that conscious, deliberate self-empowerment is essential to be able to live such a life. It pleases us to know that these cards will remind you that you do have personal control of your own life experience. Allah, Jerry and Esther. This is so good. Okay. Oh, that was a lot of cards. Cool. Let me just read them. Just popping out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. 5 cards. This is the first one. This is from the law of attraction card. So, my life is unlimited in every respect. I recognize that I am unlimited in all facets of my life. I see my financial balance as unlimited, so nothing I am choosing is limited by money. For I know I am a magnet, and I attract whatever level of prosperity, health, and relationships I choose. The next one. I cannot create in the experience of another. You cannot create in the experience of another because you cannot think of their thoughts. What you can do for them is set the example of joy, Become a being who thinks only of that which you are wanting, who speaks only of that which you are wanting, and who does only that which you are wanting, and therefore brings forth only joyful emotion. Good. And this is the next one. Every morning for 30 days, I will intentionally intend. Every morning for 30 days, I will intentionally intend. I would like it how it can read it like this now. Okay, cool. This is good. If every morning for the next 30 days you begin your day by saying, I intend to see, I expect to see, no matter who I am with, no matter where I am, no matter what I am doing, I intend to see that which I want to see. You will change the momentum of your life experience. So nice. And the next one is this. My inner being guides me through my emotions. While you are, indeed, a wondrous physical creator, you exist simultaneously in another dimension. There is a part of you, your inner being, that exists in this physical body, and your guiding emotions are your physical indication of your relationship with your inner being. And the last one. I am a magnet attracting unto myself. Without exception, what you give thought to, wanted or unwanted, you begin to invite into your experience. See yourself as a magnet attracting unto you the essence of whatever you are thinking and feeling. For example, if you feel poor, you cannot attract prosperity. It defies the law. I am a magnet attracting unto myself. Good. Now, moving on to the next one. Relationship cards. Getting into the vortex. Dear friends, it is always satisfying for me to be able to tap into the vibration of Abraham and to translate their empowering message into our current time and space. I really believe that this deck of cards not only contains everything necessary to attract and maintain wonderful relationships, but it also explains everything that we would ever need to understand about living our lives here in these bodies at this time. Every time I reflect upon the depth of understanding that is reflected in these cards, I am restored to my true nature. This deck of cards is my most precious possession. With love, Esther. Shuffling. That is the card. My relationship will change when my vibration changes. My relationships will change when my vibration changes. You are living in the time when fewer people will attempt the impossible task of pushing the unwanted far enough away that they will be left with only that which is wanted. It is the time when more people will come to the realization that what they have been seeking is not a change in the behavior of others or in the world outside of them, over which they have no control, but instead an understanding of their own vibrational relationship with Source, over which they have complete control. What an amazing, beautiful message. Yes. But instead, an understanding of their own vibrational relationship with Source, over which they have complete control from within. Whew, so many beautiful messages from these cards. So amazing. So we have two more left. This is the well-being cards. Moving on to the next. Dear friends, words of new perspectives, words of an enlightening perspective, words that were once known but somehow forgotten. That's what these well-being cards are about. Words don't teach, life experience teaches. But with these Abraham-Hicks words fresh in your mind, your every life experience will now be more meaningful to you. And since nothing is more important than feeling good, nothing is more valuable than those and than these processes that will allow more of your natural well-being to flow. Have fun with these cards. Let these words inspire thoughts that will attract to you more of that which evokes your greatest joy. From our hearts, Jerry and Espen Hicks. That's the card. I can always reach for a thought that feels better. Your decision to reach for a thought that feels good is a powerful decision, for it serves you in many ways. The better feeling thought reverberates within you, opening passageways to well-being that reach far beyond this one good feeling thought. I can always reach for a thought that feels better. Yes, I can. I can always feeling the improvements in my feelings. Yes, I feel, I know, I understand. Yes, I can. Isn't that so freeing to just feel and know? I can always reaching for a better feeling thoughts, better feeling, improvements in my feeling. I always feel that. So this is the money and the law of attraction card. It's the last one. Dear friends, while money is not absolutely essential to your experience, to most people, money and freedom are synonymous. And since an intense awareness of your right to be free is at the very core of that which you are, it follows, therefore, that your relationship with money is one of the most important subjects of your life experience. And so, it is no wonder that you have such strong feelings about the subject of money. It is our expectation that as you ponder these cards every day, a new point of attraction will begin to be activated within you, bringing not only more money into your experience, but the evidence of your absolute freedom as well. Allah, Esther, and Jerry. This is the last one. That's the card. That's the message. That's the last one. Let's see. And this is look like this. And you say, my attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. For every pleasing thing, there is an unpleasing counterpart. For within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted, as well as the lack of that which is wanted. When you focus upon an unwanted aspect of something in an effort to push it away from you, it only comes closer, because you get what you give your attention to, whether it is something that you want or not. It is up to you to focus upon and attract what is wanted. So that was the last card. That was the message. We got our message. We have expanded, and more to come. We always expand. There is never no expansion, because from the inner beingness is always expansion. Either we are consciously aware of it or not. So, but it's up to choose to be in a vibrational match to that expansion of who we truly are. So, love you guys so much. And thank you for being here. And I see you all tomorrow. Namaste.